Is it that we're just concentrating on that part of what we don't have? Or are we concentrating on what we have? And can we really live the present moment as it is? So today I want to talk about a little bit about the old riddle of, is the cup half full or half empty, and kind of share you my thoughts in terms of that in my Zen sort of way of understanding that riddle. Okay, so today I want to talk about the old riddle of, if you put water halfway full, is it half empty or is it half full? So let's pour some water. Okay, time for some refreshment. Water. So here I have a water that's, could be said half empty, or the cup is half full. The story behind this is, if you say the cup is half empty, then you're pessimistic because you're thinking about the negative things. But if you say the cup is half full, then you're talking about you being very optimistic about seeing the brighter side of the picture. Then I also heard, like, if an engineer were to say the same example, they'll say they built the cup twice as big as it needs to be. This is my take on, if I was a Zen, in terms of Zen, how we would describe this. And that would be that the cup is, or the water is full as it needs to be. Meaning we're not even taking the reality of whether how big the size of the cup is, nor do we even care about how much water is inside this cup. We're given the same amount of water needed at the moment as it should be. So if I was given a full cup, then that's how much I would need. If I was given just a little, that's how much I would need. It's not a matter of how full or how empty the cup is. You're given how much you would be needed. And I think that's the key to living a healthy life in this world is. So let me tell you a little bit more about that. But before I tell you about that, let's enjoy the view. Okay, so let's talk. So when we talk about the cup being half empty or half full, or twice as big as it needs to be, we're talking about the physical cup of itself and the amount of water that we have. And it's correct that if we can only see it half empty, then you're really thinking about how you're losing out. Or if you're talking about how full it is, we're talking about how great, how much we have of value of water we have. But I see it as, if you have a water half at the half line, we're talking about just appreciating what you have. Um, Oftentimes, you might think like, I'm in Hawaii and I'm enjoying this view and all of this thing, and you're gonna be like, of course you're gonna be able to enjoy where you are, the moment, but that's not true. Wherever we are, there are things that we can all be fascinated about, and it doesn't matter if we see blue sky, blue water, Diamond Head, whatever it is. We all have families, we all have friends. So wherever we are, there are something that we can never have in the other side of the world. And is it that we're just concentrating on that part of what we don't have? Or are we concentrating on what we have? And can we really live the present moment as it is? And that's the big question, I think, when it comes to these questions about Zen, is, are you able to really understand the fact that you being in this place is already like a miracle? And are you being able to live right here and right now and experiencing all of these things that we are surrounded by? And that's why when we talk about, if we have a full cup, then we should be grateful for having a full cup. But if we only have a little, then that's fine. That's all we need. As long as we acknowledge and understand how much we have, from there we are going to be able to understand how grateful we are for that situation. And we're not talking about being negative or positive. We're just talking about just being in that present moment to be able to appreciate what we have and what we are surrounded by. So I hope that kind of made a little sense on this analogy of using the cup to see how much we can express the way we should be living. So I have that much left of water, so let me just enjoy it. But so what is this? Half full, half empty, twice as big? You decide. Okay, so I'll see you in the next episode. But until then, live your life and appreciate what you have and get inspired by the things you're surrounded by. Alright, see you. Oh yeah, while we're at it, let me enjoy the cup watching the blue ocean.